Okay, in Net 7, Microsoft introduced a new functionality in the Minimal API. Minimal API is a project for create APIs with less coding, and also is more faster and more easy to create APIs. Okay. In Net 6, already Microsoft introduced the Minimal API. Right now, we are using Minimal API and traditional API in our projects. Well, in the same project also. But anyway, for create a minimal API, you search in Visual Studio web project, and then this should be show ASP core web app, okay, or web API. So you can select Netcore web API and then click in next. Then put the name about your project, demo minimal API with filters. Later, I will telling you what is that about filters. This is the new functionality is in Net 7. Net 6 don't support filters. Net 7 supports filters. Then here you must be select Net 7. That's why it's important. All the Visual Studios today must be updated. Then select Net 7. Also here I'm going to explain a little bit what is that about long-term support and standard term support. Long-term support, if you search in Microsoft, Net6 is support. So have support from Microsoft should be receive updates until 2026, something like that. Net 7 is only 1 year. So next year, Microsoft will release Net 8. And Net 8 is long-term support, but Net 7 is only 1 year. So the support for Net 7 finish next year, like Net 5. Then to create a minimal API, you need to uncheck this tick have here. Because if you click it in check it, this one use controllers, this create a normal API with controllers. Okay, so untick the controllers. You can keep enable the open API for we can use Swagger to testing our app. Later, if you want to introduce authentication, you can use some of this authentication. But this is only for automatic add all the nuggets and all the setup for use this kind of authentication. No needed now, so no needed. Create. And this will create a project with a minimal API with example code. Oops, this open in other window. Okay, this is my minimal API. See the project here, you only have one file. You don't have nothing else, only one file, and in this file you can define your minimal API. This initially is the tool about minimal, okay? It's only one file, and in the file you can do all. But the best practice should be you can create folders, you can create classes with your code, no? But coming back to here, okay? Then the example have this code. I'm going to remove this one. I don't need it. I'm going to remove this one. I don't need it now. Okay, I'm going to keep this option because I will use this code. Okay, then what means the minimal API? This is my API already. If I run this one, I already have my API working. This should be open in a browser. I don't know where the browser will be open, in other window. Okay, I already have my API, but I don't have controllers, I don't have nothing. But the API is working, see? This is my API. Okay, now going to add some endpoint. How to add an endpoint? What is an endpoint? Endpoint is what you're going to expose for return some data. Okay, so I'm going to put here app.map, And you can map a get action, you can map a post action, you can map a put action, you can map a delete action. Okay? What? You know, right? If they know add already, the patch is not. Ah, yeah, you have patch already. Before don't have. In net 6 don't have. Then we're going to create a get action, okay? And then you need to put the name of your endpoint slash because it's from the root. And what is this one? Summaries, okay? And then what you will to return? You can use an function and then return directly this array, okay? Why this not good? No, don't like to return this one. Sorry. Okay. Then if I run that, I already have my endpoint. If I try it out, execute, I have my data here. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to put a functionality for only recover the first three elements, for example. Okay. How can I do that? I can put here a maximum, for example, and I put here the variable maximum, and then I can return, I can put here integer is maximum, and I'm going to return the take only the maximum, okay? Take going to get only the number of elements from this array into here, okay? Remember, I don't like that. This is a string array with elements, okay? Then coming back to test the API, see, and now my API receive a parameter. Okay, I'm going to put here three elements. Execute, and I get only my first three elements. Okay, because take always take from the beginning. I want 5 elements. Okay, what happen if I put here 0? No return nothing. What happen if I put here less 4? No return nothing. So we need to control the user cannot type nothing less than 1. Okay, we can do this one so easy with filters. What is the filters? The filters is a functionality for you can validate what is the variables or the values you are receiving in your API. Okay, and this is the new functionality here. This is super simple. Is that add filter, and then we can again put a function. We can use a delegate, and then this delegate should be to receive the context. Sorry, not here. Should be receive the context and should be receive the next. Next is a delegate already. Okay. I receive here or I receive here? Ah, yes, still okay. So the first I'm going to return next. Okay, I'm going to return, and this is a wait table. Sorry. Next is a delegate. I already told you. Is a delegate. What means a delegate? I'm still getting error. Yes, sorry. Next is a function, it's a delegate. And then I need to return the context. Next is a delegate. What is a delegate? Delegate means is other function to do something. So what is next? Next is, for example, this is my request. The request start. The filter capture the request, do something with the context, and need to continue with himself. So need to continue entering here to return the data. Okay. But the first will do is get the context and do something. So here, what I need to do, I need to control maximum is more than 0. For do this action is very easy. I can do integer maximum equal context that get argument. I'm going to set what kind of type is my argument, and that's all. Get argument. Sorry, and the index from the argument. So how many arguments is how many variables I have here. I know my argument is the first because this is an array in 0 base. The first argument is the argument I am getting here. Okay. If I have here, for example, something else, this is the index 1. And this can be a string, for example. Okay. And then I put here, this is a string. Okay. Then, and now I capture this value before enter here. Okay. Before entering this code, I capture this one with the filter, and then I will do something. I'm going to do if maximum is less than 1, I'm going to return, for example, a problem. Okay. I'm going to return a problem. Response problem. How is wait, because I don't remember exactly. I will to return a problem. Yeah, results. See, I need to return a results problem. Okay, and then in the problem, I'm going to say, hey, don't cheat me. Value must be more than 0. Okay. No, should be can do this one. Cannot implicitly convert result. Why not? Yes, sorry. I said already this is a synchronous action. Then I need to wait for this one. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to test. Five elements. All good. Okay. I want 0 elements. I have my problem detail here with a 500 error. 500 error because I return a result like a problem. Okay. We can return a result like not found, like validation error, any kind of error. Okay. But see, hey, don't cheat me, must be greater than 0. Okay. Going to test with the less one. The same. Okay. Test with 1. Working correctly. Okay. So this is the new functionality. This one about the add endpoint filter. But we can do more. So remember, this is still returning context and next. Okay. So We can put here other filter. It's the same. Any in post, in delete, in get, anything. All. Then I can put here other filter and again do something like that. Another. You can put all the filters you needed. But we can what? Why you not talk with the questions? What is your question?
Can I put all the validations inside in one function only?
Yes, you can, but this is what I'm going to explain now. You can still link here all the filters, no validations, filters. In other filter, you can still do in any other action. For example, imagine when you receive the context, you need to get the data and you need to pass this data to other function, for example, to send an email. I still teaching something. I can you we are still on it. Okay, wait a minute. We need to learn. Uh, so imagine, for example, when imagine this one. So I return an exception here. I can still capture in this exception in the next. Okay. So this one will get the exception, for example. Okay. But if it's not exception and I still return in the context, in here I can capture again the context and do something else. But I don't need to still doing this one each time in the same page, in the same code. So our filter, I'm going to put here in the same code. I can create a class and I need to implement the endpoint filter. Okay, I can create a class and then I'm going to implement endpoint filter. Control that, implement interface. If you see, this receive a task with invoke a thing. This invoke a thing is still capturing context. Okay, endpoint filter invocation context and the delegate endpoint filter delegate next. So the only I need to do here is convert in asynchronous and return next with context. And I wait for this one. And now here, I'm going to do some similar. I'm going to control the maximum. For example, this maximum cannot be more than the total of the elements I have in my array. Okay, so in total is equal my array length. Okay, so if maximum is more than my total, I'm going to return, for example, not a problem. I'm going to return a validation problem. And I'm going to set, oh, sorry, we don't have elements. Okay, I did get an error. Because I need to return something else here. Is I need to send the detail, the instance, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is the detail. And then what else I need here? What is obligatory here? This will return a dictionary. So come back to the not found. Okay. On not found. Why not found? Because we don't have elements. And then I'm going to put here account. And why summaries is not getting? Cannot use local variable. Why local variable? I want this variable. Okay, so I cannot know. Okay, I'm going to put my total is, for example, 10 elements or 50 elements. Okay. Then, and now, how I use this one? The same here. I'm going to put add filter, add endpoint filter from who? From this class. And that's all. So I can still move in this kind of code anywhere. This kind of code still can still validating, for example, if the user are login. So if it's not login, cannot continue, for example. Okay. Then let's test if this is working. I'm going to put here 20 elements, return my array, don't have 20, but get all have the array. I'm going to put 51, execute, and see, and now is one error is 404, not found. Okay, and sorry, we don't have 51 elements. It's not found. Not found, not about the page, but it's not found. Okay, so that is the super simple and faster today about two small things for the front ends want to be a back ends. This is how you can create your minimal API with the functionality you want to do. You can learn how to capture and validate the entrance or how to use an interface for implement some functionality. All good? Okay, so see you soon.